I think you're going to want to hear this.
The Marine who completed Monday's Boston Marathon in inspiring fashion.
The worst has been avoided. Notre Dame will be rebuilt.
Baby Hope. We texted Hoda. We went over and we saw, look at that baby Hope in Savannah's arms, and that precious Haley, who was so in awe of her baby sister. It was the cutest thing I've ever seen.
Every time we talk about this, I do get chills. Haley was so sweet. She couldn't love her baby sister more. And Hoda told us this, remember, on the phone?
Yes.
But she literally gets under Hope's bassinet because she wants to, like, be close to her.
Which, yes, okay, so we have to, I want to show you a picture that I saw this morning that I just remembered. But yeah, the fact that they wanted to be so close to each other, this is what Hoda's prayed for.
I know.
And she actually has prayed for a baby sister for Haley, because she and her sister are so close.
Yes.
So to have this.
By the way, I was just thinking about this because, of course, we have Haley and Hope. And Hoda's sister is Hala.
Yes.
So they've got a whole H thing going that we have not even gotten into.
They are like the new Kardashians.
They are.
Wait, they could have their own show.
Instead of keeping up with Kardashians, it could be hanging out with Hoda.
Hanging out
Haley,
with Hoda.
Hope, and Hala.
Wait, Hoda.
Whoa,
but don't leave this show because we just started.
Yeah, exactly. All right. That's like in the future when the girls are grown.
So talking about sisters,
Yes.
this morning when I was leaving my house at the crack of dawn, I know I texted you
have to
this.
show this.
I was leaving my house, and I can always hear if one of the girls' doors is open because the sound machine was on, and it's usually Poppy because she's a more rambunctious sleeper.
She is.
So she wasn't in her room. I had this kind of panic feeling. She wasn't in the bathroom. She wasn't in the we don't have a very big apartment. Took me about 27 seconds to realize she was nowhere to be seen. And I had this like feeling that she was just walking down, Fifth Avenue. But I went into Mila's room, and I don't know if you can zoom into this, but
so
this
cute.
is the image that I woke up to. Two little towheads asleep in a tiny, tiny little bed.
It's the sweetest thing.
It was the best
You texted
way.
it to me this morning. I know exactly when because it was like 7:29 and 50 seconds. And I saw it and I started tearing up and then I was on the air. And they're like, 10, 9, 8. I'm like, what are you...
The Marine who completed Monday's Boston Marathon in inspiring fashion.
You probably remember this. Who could forget these images? Micah Herndon, exhausted and in obvious pain, but determined to honor the legacies of his fallen comrades. And he crawled across the finish line, and he made it. And we are so honored to have him with us this morning. Hi, Micah. Good morning.
Good morning, Micah.
Good morning. Good morning.
I know that was very, very painful. I think the first question has to be how you feel, how your legs feel this morning.
I really feel like a baby deer walking right now. I can't really move too fast.
Yeah.
And any little step I take, it's trying to steady myself. So
You were on a pace, Micah. We were just talking
You're
to
running
hit your
fast.
goal. You were going fast.
yeah.
So tell us what happened about 4 miles from the finish line. What did you start to feel?
Around mile 20, that's when my right leg started to lock up. And then, pushed through that. And then mile 22, that's when both legs started locking up. So that last 4.2 miles that I ran, that was the hardest, longest 4.2 miles I've ever ran in my life,
You know, Micah, that is the point that many, many people would have stopped or gotten help. But you did not do that because you had a very important purpose. Can you tell us about why you ran?
It's not just running, races and whatnot. It's everyday life for me. I train, I run every day. People back home know. It's therapy for me. It's what I go to. It's my getaway. It helps me cope with, me being deployed over in Iraq and Afghanistan. It's my release. I just get up and go, and it's how I get away from everything. I do have PTSD and I do have survivor's guilt. Those are my battle wounds and those are my scars, and I'm not afraid to say that. And I know countless veterans all over the world, they have those issues too, and I'm not ashamed of that. I'm not.
You've got 3 names on your shoes, if we can get a shot, and also on your bib: Ballard, Juarez, and Hamer. All you had to do was look down at your shoes, I imagine, for inspiration on Monday.
Yes, yes. I even write it on the back of both my hands, their last names, and my bib, my shoes. My wife got me those tags just just to be able to look down there. And that's the only reason why I run. Obviously, it's to clear my mind of everything, just to deal with everything back home, the daily life, being back in civilian world.
Daybreak over a new and diminished Paris skyline. The Cathedral of Notre Dame still stands, but without her elegant spire, burned away by a devastating fire.
For me, Notre Dame is probably as many as for Americans, it's a mother. And suddenly you feel your mother has been hurt by the fire.
While an investigation is still ongoing, French officials are so far calling the blaze unintentional. They suspect it started around 6:30 Monday night among scaffolding at the base of the spire. But the flames spread quickly across the medieval roof. Made of so many timbers, it was nicknamed the Forest. The heat kept building and rising until...
Oh my God, these people just fell inside the church. Oh my God.
The spire came crashing down into the church's interior, fanning the flames even further. For hours that felt like days, it seemed like Notre Dame, Our Lady of Paris, might be lost.
Flames were everywhere and people were everywhere. It was very quiet on the street, very somber.
French officials told the nation to brace that she might not be saved, and that this Gothic masterpiece, visited by 13 million a year and full of priceless art and sacred relics, would be reduced to ash. Around 400 firefighters finally contained the flames enough to go inside and saw this. The interior was badly damaged, but not a charred shell. Firefighters announced they'd managed to save the structure. Notre Dame would survive. And they said major works of art and relics, including the Holy Crown of Thorns, were saved. Parisians came out to sing for their beloved cathedral and praise the firefighters. French President Emmanuel Macron told the nation the worst has been avoided. Notre Dame will be rebuilt, he said, because it is what the French people expect and what their history deserves. As if to protect Notre Dame from further devastation, Parisians came in groups to sing and to pray for an icon of this city, of France, of the world.